Welcome to this very, very fine first episode of the MUTE ALLNOISE podcast. It's been a long time coming. My name is Quagmane. You can call me Quagmane. Thank you for stopping by. Holy shit. It's been a long, long time coming. I've been trying to do this forever, and I finally have all this stuff set up. I'm feeling good about it. I'm in my house. I got lights. You can see us. As you can see, we got two fine gentlemen sitting right here.
We look great.
Go ahead and introduce yourself. We got...
Yo, I'm Sam.
What is it?
And I'm Walker.
Walker.
Who the fuck is Walker?
Who the fuck is Walker? This is Walker's episode.
Woo!
I thought it was only right that we have Walker on the very first episode.
I feel blessed.
The bro.
I feel
Crazy.
blessed.
I'll spill the beans because I was going to have Lord Lawrence on, but his schedule's mixed up.
He's a little more busy than me.
He's a busy man.
He
He
doing-
has
he doing
children.
work.
Yeah,
He
that's
has
real.
children. We're scumbags.
That's
We don't have
true.
children.
Yeah.
And,
Thank God.
Thank God.
We have... we have jobs, so that's all that matters.
Sometimes.
But yeah, no, this is great. It's very first episode. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you will enjoy this. I know you will, because I've been working on this for a long time, culminating in my brain, manifesting and assuming things are going to work out, and it's going to work out, and it's
Amen.
working out. What's up, boys? How you doing? Holy shit.
I'm excited to be here.
Man,
I feel blessed.
I'm
this
hyped.
is great.
This is crazy.
This is insane.
I really like your house.
Thank you.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
a
my
beautiful
first time
spot.
here.
Thank you. Thank
Proud
you.
of you.
I literally, it was crazy. I was sick. I got really ill both
When we had that party.
both times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, the second party too? You got super sick?
Yeah, I'm not even joking.
What's your excuse?
He didn't have a ride. Bro.
I didn't have a ride.
His ride was sick.
It's like, how would I get home? It was like, oh, well, you could sleep here.
That's true.
Real.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, man.
Yeah, we can have a sleepover.
yeah,
sometime.
we could totally have a sleepover. We should do a sleepover and do like a live stream or
Yo, a
something.
sleepover episode would be
And
crazy.
it's one of those
Yes.
streams where like people like donate money and then like
They
the
do.
alarm will go
like a
off.
Yes,
super
no,
loud
I-
fucking.
Like,
That's
you know,
what
like, wake us up.
That's what I wanted to do on In Noise. Shout out In Noise podcast.
Yep, shout out In Noise.
every Monday, me and Vincey Poo, we do a podcast. We just talk about farts and poop
Yeah.
Most
and
of the
other
time.
stuff. This podcast primarily is about interviewing artists and musicians and directors and tastemakers and all that
Cool
fucking
guys.
weird shit. Yeah, cool guys, the coolest guys,
Coolest
the VIP
guys.
section.
Fun little dudes.
The
So
richest.
if you think you know somebody that should be on this episode or on this podcast, send me an email or a DM. On Instagram is mute_allnoise. Yeah. Anyway, so Walker and Mankato, man. By the way, I'm not homeless anymore.
Let's go.
Can
That's
we
a
get,
dub.
hey,
That's
can we get the sound effect of like a crowd applauding?
I'm just going to get that out of the way first episode because that's one of the reasons why the podcast hasn't taken off is because I haven't had anywhere to do it.
That is
So
understandable.
now,
That is
Real.
understandable.
so now we're doing it. It's not going to be in the living room for too much longer, probably a handful of episodes. I do have a studio in progress. So that's going to come soon. So yeah, boys, you guys make music. The people listening should know who you are by now. I think you guys are rock stars.
Hell yeah,
You're
thank
number
you.
one. I'll start off with we went on tour recently
Yep.
to Washington, and that was the best experience ever, in my opinion.
Oh, it was such a good.
How do you
That
g-
was so much fun.
How do you guys feel afterwards in the post-tour depression?
That's a good
Oh yeah.
Do you guys have
It's
post-tour depression?
That's real. It's the hardest.
Yeah.
The hardest part is the day after, and you're like, "Damn, I'm done with that."
Fuck, the week after you're
Yeah.
like working that whole
Dude,
week,
what
you're
am I
like,
doing with
Dude,
my
yeah, I
life?
literally went. Yeah, going back to work like the next day, it was just like,
it's
Didn't make sense.
The
It's
pe- it's like that meme, like no one here knows that I was just
yeah,
on tour.
exactly.
you
No,
know?
100%. I feel like that meme in so many situations. Oh, my,
Oh,
and it's
shit.
just me. I feel like a couple of beers deep. I'm like, these motherfuckers don't
They
know.
don't
They're
even
95,
know.
bro.
They don't know shit.
they
Yeah,
don't
shit,
even
bro.
know, dude. We were
But
on.
yeah,
you're
that-
on stage. It's a crazy feeling to be on stage in
Crazy.
front of people
Crazy.
and just with the squad, Lord
It's addicting,
Lawrence.
bro.
Yeah, that was a good group.
Yeah,
that was a really good
and
group.
that's another.
Yeah.
That's I think that's a very main point. Like, don't get me wrong, the shows were fucking fire. Met a lot of like, grew my Instagram. And
Pull that
shit
mic
like
just a little bit closer
Grew
too.
my Instagram and shit like that. But at the same time, like, the best part of the whole fucking tour was meeting the artists and other people that were.
Oh,
on tour.
it was
Like,
the best.
It was one of those things where like you could not have planned it better. Like it helps when you kind of don't know people because then there's
sure.
no like predisposition or
Right.
anything.
Yes.
Everyone just
I love
fucking
that.
kicked it, and
Mhm.
everyone was like, "Yo, you guys are cool. We're all cool." And like it worked out. It worked out so well.
Right.
And I met literally some of my best homies.
Yeah, you meet like lifelong homies.
Real people and
Yeah.
people you probably, you don't expect to meet.
Yeah.
People you don't expect to be around. It makes you be like, oh, there's cool people outside of the hometown that I'm in, or
Yeah.
like outside the spot that I'm in. It gives you a little bit of hope
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
that it's not full of shit.
You're not on
shitty
your
people.
own too.
Yeah,
It very
yeah,
much
exactly.
is like you're
Right.
around all these people, and like everyone has the same common goal, which is like very rare. Yeah.
You would hope that they have the same common.
Yeah.
The people that I feel like the people that you meet in your life that truly are going to be there to do cool things, or those people you're talking about, it's just you have to weed them out. I feel like
Yeah.
people like us, real creatives, have a good way of like picking out people
Absolutely.
and
You
like
kinda
vibe
have-
check.
you
It's all
kinda have
vibes
a-
anyway.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
kind of
it's-
have a way of
Right.
picking people out pretty quickly.
It's nice because like home shows, you're just it's good to be around similar people, similar peers, but you're just around the same fucking people.
All
Just like
the
you're like,
time.
God damn it! It's
Yeah,
just like
and
you
it-
get annoyed with each other, and
Yeah,
it's just like
absolutely.
traveling and doing tour stuff is very crucial.
It's
I
like
think.
refreshing.
It's very refreshing,
Yeah.
and it builds experience.
Mm-hmm.
You need experience to be able to navigate
And it like to
this
be
stuff.
honest, for us, like I would absolutely say, it boosted the resume.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
Like it was like
I think-
oh, other people that you take seriously are taking us seriously.
For sure. I think we talked about that on tour too.
Yeah.
We had a lot of that philosophy talk
Mhm.
on tour. That stuff's good,
Good
too.
conversations.
Good conversation.
I know it. It was Walker learning to play a show every night. And
Yeah,
learning like,
that
oh
was-
man, my
that was
vocals are like
fucked.
tough
Yeah.
by the end of it. You know?
I'm
For sure.
not gonna lie, that's
Yeah.
something that post tour like. Once I touch a little money and I can like pay rent and like get some extra money, I am getting vocal lessons. Like
Oh,
I
word.
don't know how to sing.
That's
like
solid,
that's
yeah.
the thing is like I can bullshit it. We figure in the studio I can bullshit it.
Yeah.
Live I can bullshit it most of the time. But playing what was it? 3 or 4?
Well, it was 4.
It
Four
was
shows,
4, yeah.
4 days in a row.
Right.
Like I
And then
had
on
never
top
done
of
that.
like partying and like
and I'm like
screaming.
drinking and
Yeah,
we're
smoking
faded
hella.
and shit,
Yeah, it's like
smoking
not the
blunts,
best
yeah.
diet. Yeah. So it
Hitting the
just
like
vape,
you're not getting
yeah.
the best sleep. No,
No,
you're in a
everything's
car
Tour
for the
mode.
whole time.
Tour
Yeah.
mode. That's what happens.
But it's fire, and
No, it's
it's
the
like
best.
it kind of also puts you in that position of like, hey, like, do you really want to do this shit?
Yeah.
Because we didn't make money. I mean, personally speaking, I did not make money. I
Right.
lost money on that. And on top of that, like, there's lots of moments to it where it's like, this is the shit that you don't see in the tour recap,
Right.
where it's like, I'm tired as fuck. Like,
And people
are a
don't-
little bit frustrated.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, yeah.
I will say nobody was really frustrated.
No.
Yeah, it was
minus a couple. Like that was the most smoothest
Oh.
tour experience that
You are telling me.
that could have happened.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
and I made a little money because I had the frugal way of living in my car, and it's just
And you
like-
were slanging
and I could
shit.
drive up there, and yeah, and I actually sold some stuff, and it was
Yeah.
really cool. It's really nice to go somewhere that's somewhere you don't frequent a lot, and then people buy things and be like, oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
They just give you money for things.
And then,
They're
like,
Crazy.
yeah.
It's
Wow.
It's like proof of concept.
Wow.
Yeah, you're like,
Crazy.
wait. You don't
Wait.
like, you're not friends with someone that
You're
knows
not-
me or nothing like
Yeah,
that.
you're not
You just-
doing this. I mean, I appreciate all the homies who buy
Of course,
because that's what all the homies pay the rent and like
Yeah.
keep me fed and shit and everybody else fed. But it's just like it's just like, oh, this is real,
Yeah.
a real thing. It's not just like me forcing my homies to buy my t-shirts.
Right.
You know what I
It's like,
mean?
Hey, you want to? Hey, come on, you buy this. You know?
Yeah,
we're
Like,
talking
oh, this
about-
is a cool shirt. I want to
Yeah, it's
pick
like,
this up.
okay, yeah. Proof of concept is a really good. great
That's
way.
the way we talk about that. How it's like, don't get me wrong, I fucking love all the artist homies and shit like that.
Oh yeah,
But like, the artist homies aren't gonna give you a career, bro.
no.
The artist homies are gonna keep
They're gonna
you
help-
alive
they're
for
go-
right now, and
they're
they're
gonna
gonna
help
give
your
you
career, yeah.
connections and give you outreach and stuff like that.
And
But it's like those extra people.
what you ought to do is, since they're not going to give you a career and they're not going to be there for the rest of your life. I mean, people come and go out of your life. Everybody uses your ability, your personal ability, all together in a group to elevate everybody, to give yourself abundance, and then you guys go off and do your own thing. The problem is when the money shows up, people get real weird.
Weird, bro. They get weird.
Yeah.
Even before the
And I
money
haven't,
shows
I
up,
haven't even
once
seen
like the,
shit. I haven't touched
Once
shit
you
yet.
know the money's coming up.
When
Yeah.
people start becoming aware, like, oh, something's gonna happen. Yeah, shit changes.
Not always, but unfortunately, it is the root of evil,
yeah.
and that is what's going to happen. But
Well, it's
there's
like
truth.
the
Or something like that.
necessary. It's like the necessary thing you need, but it's also like the all your problems. It's like it fixes a lot of your
Right.
problems because you're like, oh, now I can do my art full time, or I can live off whatever. But it's also like, oh, but now I have like a million more issues because I can't trust people, or
For
people
sure.
are like wanting this, or
For sure. Yeah, it's tricky. Tour's cool. I think we should do.
Tour's
We
fun.
need to do more tour.
Absolutely.
More tour.
In conclusion, more tour.
In conclusion, more tour. So if you want to book these boys, get at them through the
These
DM.
boys, if you
These-
want to book
yeah.
all of these
Hey.
motherfuckers.
Yes, book me. I will drive out. It'll be a good time. It was all around a great time. You know, a little bit of stress. Everything gets stressful.
Everything.
But it was
it's got to
great.
be worth it, you know?
Right. So that's that's not the last time we saw each other, but I think the last time we saw each other was at a Hitches event.
probably.
When we were drinking in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Casual. The
Jaeger.
bet.
Never again. They'll never let me drink Jaeger.
Yeah,
again.
I'm gonna keep that
That's
away
one of those
from
things,
you.
Yeah, he's not allowed to touch it.
I
We
have.
literally had that
I had
conversation.
fun. I had.
Oh yeah,
I had
was
some
like,
fun.
that was decent. But
We're
it's like, to be
parking
honest,
lot
bro,
pimping, baby.
we might need to stay away from it for a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's just give it a
Jaegers,
rest.
Jaegers are
It
dangerous.
was funny too because it wasn't even something that he like consistently drinks.
No.
He was just
That's
like,
a weird one.
The funny thing
Yeah.
is,
That was the
no,
problem.
listen, this is the funny thing that
No,
people
it's-
don't
oh
know.
my God.
He thought it was like fucking St. Patrick's Day. He thought Jägermeister was Irish.
Yeah, I remember
Said a
that.
green bottle. Okay,
German,
I was like, hey,
Green bottle.
you know,
That
I
is
need some
so
green on me,
funny.
you know?
That
Like,
is
they won't
hilarious.
pinch me if I'm holding this.
I mean, hey, you're not right. It's green.
It's
You're
a green
fucking
bottle,
touching,
come on,
bro.
it's
You're
St. Patrick's
touching green,
No, that
baby.
shit's funny though.
It's
'Cause I was
Irish in
like, I
spirit.
literally remember being like, bro, like, why did you get like you never drink?
Yeah, that's
Jaeger?
weird.
Like, why'd you get? He's like, cause St. Patrick's Day. Like, what? What, bro?
That's so funny. Shout out St. Patrick's Day, man.
Oh,
Shout out
that's a
my
big fan of
Irish
St.
man.
Patrick's Day,
Yeah,
too.
shout out all my Irish
Yeah,
Irish
so-
brothers.
Hell yeah.
All right, let me get in some questions.
Let's do it.
The first one is a couple of the first ones are very generic. I wrote, "Who are you? You're who the fuck is Walker? Mankato for now." You're both in similar projects together.
Yes.
Go ahead and explain
How
the
the-
lore, the universe, or
Dynamic.
the dynamic, the lore.
Okay. Do you want to start with me?
You can start.
So, the origin story
Yeah.
is
Give me a little breakdown.
like what? Right before COVID?
No, it was like
during COVID.
it was 2021, so it was like
Okay, so it was like during
it
COVID,
was like middle of COVID.
mid-ass,
Yeah.
mid-ass
Mid-ass
COVID.
COVID. Middle, yeah.
Mid ass COVID.
But it was like when I was really starting to like take music seriously as like just full time. Like I was just like obsessed, and I was like, this is
Yeah.
what I'm doing. I've decided now. I've like found the thing.
Yeah.
And it was very early in that, and I was still very focused on being a producer. That was like the
Oh, you're a
main-
producer.
Yeah, yeah. That was,
Damn.
like, the main-
Yeah.
Have I
that's-
heard any Walker production?
Probably.
I mean, a couple of the beats on the first
Interesting.
mixtape, like
You should-
College Kid.
You should
and,
make a couple beats for the like YouTube videos and stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'd
that'll
love
be
to.
awesome.
I would love to.
Yeah, that
So
sounds-
yeah, so
that's
yeah,
amazing.
early on, yeah. So early on, I haven't produced in a minute, but I would love to. That would be a fun little project.
Yeah,
I got you.
Fuck around.
But yeah, so I was just like obsessed with FL Studio, and I wanted to like record my homies. I had homies who were
Yeah.
rappers, and I was like, that was just kind of where I was at. I was very early. I was like, I make beats. I think they're kind of hot,
Yeah.
and I just want to have a place where I can supply my beats and record people and like try
Just
to make
have
money
fun.
or just do
Yeah,
this shit. Like
just
just
do
one
it.
of the two. And so around that time, my dad is a shout out. It's a big shout out to my dad.
Shout
to be
out.
honest,
Yeah,
I
man.
don't. Have you met my dad? Maybe at Shallow Fest, but maybe
he
not
go to-
because I wasn't really like.
Did he go to
linked with you
Shallow
then.
Fest?
Yeah, I wasn't like linked with you then. Though.
I knew you at Shallow Fest.
Yeah,
though.
we were like friends, but I wasn't
Yeah.
like squad.
I don't know if I met. Yeah, I don't know if I
he
met
was
him.
also
Anyways.
at the Kelly show, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Because all the
He
pops
was at
were
the
there.
Kelly's
Oh, okay.
Olympics.
Wait
Yeah.
a minute. I think I might have.
So
been.
maybe either way.
Maybe in, like,
either way.
I think you did.
Anyways, he's good guy.
Shout out all the dads out
yeah,
there.
shout out all the dads. But he's like he's been like a contractor. Works with his hands.
Working man.
Yeah, he always in the fucking garage building shit. And I like kind of came to him and was like, look, I want a music studio. Like, and my thought was like, I live in the basement of the house, and I was like, okay, I want to like build off like a corner of my room where my closet is, and just
Yeah.
build like a booth. That's
Yeah.
kind of what I wanted, because I had all my shit on
Yeah.
my desk in there. I was like, I can figure it out. I just need like a booth.
To make it sound nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was working for his uncle at the time, who my uncle owns his uncle owns a business that they take shipping containers and turn them into tiny houses.
Oh, that's whoa.
It's off 205. If you go to like Oregon City, it's on your left. I don't know if you'd go down
I
there
was
often.
always trying to get directions.
Do they have?
Alright,
do
anyways.
they
Fuck
have?
you.
Bro, do they have like windows in them?
Yeah.
Like I've driven
Yep.
past there recently.
It's like stacked up.
yeah, there's a
Yep.
bunch of them.
Yep.
I took a mental note of that because like those are fire.
Yeah. Way too
you
expensive.
want
Yeah, I
one.
know. of
Super
course.
super
I know.
We know a
overpriced.
guy.
And the thing is
And
like
they don't have good ventilation.
the
they
company's
don't
like
breathe.
not doing well right now, to be honest. It's a very great idea,
Yeah.
but I don't
In
even know
theory,
why I'm talking
whatever,
about
I
that.
don't
But
know.
anyways, he was like, "Yo, like that's a cool idea, but I could get a fucking deal on a shipping container. Why don't we just build it out of a shipping container?" So my dad gets this
That's
deal
smart.
on a shipping container. It gets fucking backed into onto the side of our like house on like our little side yard,
Yeah.
the front, and by this big semi and shit. It was crazy. It was crazy. And it happened at a time in my life where it worked very perfectly. I needed something to like focus on and work on.
Right.
So I started building this fucking thing, like insulated. It was just empty.
Yeah.
So we like sanded the floor down and
Fire.
fucking lacquered it, and then
Fire.
did all the insulation and put up all the framing and all the drywall and all that stuff. And it was a good learning experience for me too, because I now have full experience on how to like
Yeah,
do
you
all
like
these different tasks.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was a really cool thing, and I worked with some of my
That's
friends.
tight.
Yeah, it was like a good experience. And as I'm in the middle of this, I went to Guitar Center, and this motherfucker was working Guitar Center, and we both had colored hair. I don't even remember what I was buying.
You're both looking goofy as hell.
Goofy
Goofy
as fuck.
goofy.
See, you're like, oh, you a goofy ass muff.
You're like,
Well,
look,
this
this
dude-
guy looks weird.
This
What's
dude,
up?
walks up in my store, and I'm sitting there. He's like, I think you were buying the M
Yeah.
audio interface. Or something
I
like that. I think you were buying your first interface.
Yeah.
And he comes in and he's like, yo, I'm making things, and he was telling me about the studio, and I don't even honestly remember the conversation at this point
Neither
that
do
much,
I.
but
Too far ago.
all I remember was like, I get a lot of people who walk in that store who like were buying shit and like were like, I'm a musician, I do this.
Right.
I'm like, that's cool, but Walker was a little more persistent. And was like, oh yeah, let me get the he's always doing this. He's like, and we can talk about it later, but like, he's like, go, let me get the Instagram, like, let's link up.
You're a very persistent dude.
Yeah.
You're on it. You're on the nose. You don't, and I'm the same way. That's
Yeah.
why I can say that.
Yeah.
We're no bullshit. You just want to get shit done.
Yeah.
You're not fucking around.
Yeah.
And
That's great.
And I was like, oh wow, this is cool. And then,
But it still very much was like that. I remember you saying this because you were like, oh, cool, like seems like a cool guy. I got my Instagram, but it's also very much one of those things where you're like,
Sizing
I
you up a
meet
bit.
he meets a
I
million
mean,
motherfuckers. So he's
Yeah.
like, okay, cool, I got a kid's Instagram. Is he really gonna build a studio out of a shipping container?
Right.
I had no
Right.
expectations. I was just like,
Yeah.
yeah, cool, give me
Yeah.
Instagram. I was like,
Whatever.
whatever. And then it was like a couple, and again, like I got to get like that. This is one of those things about Walker that's crazy is like a couple. I don't know if like maybe a couple weeks later.
No, it was like over a month, bro.
It was like a minute.
It was a decent amount of time because I would like randomly slide up on his shit.
Yeah.
On like we would do like the story thing, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like everyone's like, oh hell yeah, or like
Yeah,
how you
fire-
doing, or like
fire
react.
emoji.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fire
yeah,
emoji.
exactly.
Bullshit like that,
Yeah.
you know.
And I would see him posting, and he was doing like Walker is
Fat track, bro. sick track, bro. We should link and build, bro.
That's
Fucking build,
exactly
bro.
what it was like.
I could see you linking and building to people, bro.
I was looking at Bill and motherfuckers all the
He'd be
time.
saying that, yeah, all the time.
But I was like watching his stories and shit, and watching his like posts. I was like, this guy he's a weird looking motherfucker.
And he said this too. What did you say? You were like, what did you say? You didn't say like scared, but
No,
what'd you
yeah,
say?
he was intimidating. You're
You were
intimidating.
like, you're
I'm
a little
this is-
scary because I was also on my like I was on during that time I was not doing well mentally.
Yeah.
So I was on some like wild shit.
It pulls it out of you.
I would just be like saying shit,
You
bro.
was sage. I was like,
You're like, what the fuck?
I was like, who is this motherfucker? Because I'm like, I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something.
he's talking to shit.
You
He's
know?
talking a lot of shit.
and I was like, okay, interesting. And then like a month and
Mm-hmm.
a half later, he hits me up. He's like, bro, I wanna hang out. Let's like do something. And I'm
And
like,
I think I was like, the studio's done.
oh,
Because that's the thing. I told him, I was like, I'll hit you up when the
Secretly
studio's
in
done.
the shadows, you're
I was like,
building
I'll
a
tell you when the
fucking
studio's
dungeon.
done. And he was probably like, yeah, sure,
I
forgot
was like,
about that
whatever.
shit.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, studio's done. Come over, bro. And you can keep going.
yeah. And then I'm like, okay, interesting. And then we were supposed to link, and then he's like, day of, he's like, bro, It's my sister's birthday today. I
I'm
completely
sorry,
forgot.
Avery. I forgot about your birthday.
I got a bail, and I was like, "Oh, okay, whatever." And then I was like, in my head, I'm like, "Okay, cool. I'm never talking to this guy again."
Yeah.
Like, it's just like
Yeah.
it's one of those things where it's like
It didn't
Every
happen.
time.
So
it didn't
yeah.
happen
Every
the
time.
first time.
I would not. I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's
Like, it's over.
I was like, there's no way we're gonna say, "Oh, let's make it happen." Something, and then it's
Yeah.
never, I was like,
I hate saying that.
But
Yeah.
that happens so
many
often.
times.
Yeah.
It happens so often. I
Yeah.
know a lot of people that I want to work with, but like, you know, artists are weird. We're all
Schedules,
weird,
all
you know?
that
Yeah.
shit.
But to my surprise, he hit me up again later with like I'm free this day. What are you doing? And I was like, word. I was just like,
Schedule it out.
Let's just do it.
Schedule it out, baby.
And so I drive to this dude's house, and
Which the funny thing is too.
he's like 7 minutes away from my house.
Like, so close.
He like lives real close to me. I'm like,
Damn.
what?
Like
the-
we grew up in the exact same area.
yeah, like I dated a girl from his high school.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait, you guys are from Portland now?
Well, like suburb.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
I was born. We were both born in Portland. We live
Yeah.
right outside of Portland, like Milwaukee.
That was one of the questions. I just want to get out of the way.
yeah.
We can go into deeper.
P-Town, baby.
I'll be talking about Portland. We
Woo.
call ourselves Portland babies.
Hey,
Like,
Portland
but-
babies. Woo, not me. Woo.
Yeah.
All right,
You're
continue.
lucky,
Sorry.
you're lucky.
No,
I didn't want to
but-
bring it up.
No, you.
Yeah, fuck.
I did.
So I'm driving this dude's house. I'm like, am I gonna die tonight? Like,
Okay, settle
like-
down,
I'm
bro.
like-
Settle
I'm like,
down.
I
I
don't know
wasn't
what's gonna
that
happen.
crazy,
No,
bro.
I was like, this would be real interesting.
Oh my god, he thought
And-
I was gonna do some weird
I
shit.
didn't know. I don't know. He was crazy. Like,
I'm just a
you know.
nice guy,
funny.
bro. I'm a nice.
I mean, why? I mean, it's 2023, bro. I
Yeah.
mean, well, this was.
Well, this was 2021,
Yeah, a
and
couple-
during the
handful of years
pandemic,
ago,
where
yeah.
you're like not meeting
I think
people
that's
too.
also the
That's
thing.
part
Right.
of it too. Is like you're like, bro, he doesn't care about
yeah.
COVID.
Yeah, it's like, what is this? Why
Yeah, it
is
was
he coming
definitely-
over?
Because it was definitely like one of those. This was like post-vaccine, so it was like people were hanging out, like people were doing
People were
things.
kicking it. People were
But
making out.
It
and
was
shit.
still in that weird, like, kind of like gray area of like, should I be hanging out with like?
There was still this weird. Yeah.
It's just
yeah.
it's
COVID
weird.
was so weird.
It's such a weird time.
Yeah.
But I pull up and then
up, hop
we're-
out at the after party.
we're hanging out and then he's like showing me the studio and stuff. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. This is cool.
He's not a liar.
Yeah, I mean,
that
I was
ru-
impressed. I was like,
The first check mark was, oh, he didn't lie.
I walk
Red
in this
flag,
thing,
delete.
Yeah.
I was like, this is crazy. Like I had my critiques being
Of
like,
course.
purist.
'Cause
being
that's
like,
the thing,
His
he-
monitor setup isn't perfect.
He knew a lot more about the music shit and
Yeah.
still does. And the like, it was one of those things where it was like, I was like, had the fucking drive and
The
like
he has
tenacity.
the technical
and he has
side,
the fuck.
yeah.
And I was like, it was this mutual where you're like, whoa, you're actually on your shit. And I was like, but you're on your shit, but in different ways.
Yeah.
like totally different worlds.
And that's good.
Yeah.
That's how
For
you
sure.
build a team.
And that's the thing is like immediately I was like we were talking. I don't even know what the fuck we were talking about at first, but then I popped the question. I was like, hey, so
You wanna,
No, wait, no. You played your record.
did I play
first.
the
So what happened?
because it wasn't finished. I must have
It was pretty much done. It just was not mixed. I swear to God, you played me like almost the entirety of the album.
Oh, because this would you're right because this would have been like
This was like September.
yeah. So it was like almost done.
So the album came out when? November?
yeah, November 11th.
November of
something.
2021, and this is September, and he has it like pretty much finished, just not mixed. This is the Mankato for now, Lovesick Daydreams.
Yeah, this was
the
like the
one with the
debut.
flowers
Check it out.
and Guy on the cover. That's the one. And he, so kind of funny too is like he's like, let me show you, because also I don't know, I haven't like listened to your shit. Like, to be honest, I didn't click on the links. Okay.
Well, also this is like middle of my rebrand.
Yeah, he was
So,
on some
like-
different shit too. Yeah.
So like I had
You weren't
really,
like promoting your your past
Yeah.
music.
Mm-mm.
And so he's like, let me show you like what I was like, yeah, let me hear this shit. So he plugs his fucking phone in, plays me the demos for all this, and I'm genuinely like, I am impressed.
Damn, this is fire.
I'm impressed. I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what the fuck? Like, I did not expect this. Like, this is cool. This is, and also I really for some reason at that time of my life wanted to be in a pop punk band. Like, I just thought that would be sick as fuck.
I have that
Yeah.
thought
I
every
still
2
do.
years.
Like, to be
I'm
honest,
like,
I still do.
it's like I need
yeah.
to be in. I need to be in something.
I want to be Travis Barker, to be honest. And
Bro.
so I was like, I want to be in a pop punk band, and this dude is making like new pop punk, I guess.
That's
I would call
I
it.
mean I hate
That's
this,
so
like,
corny to say, but like he was making pop punk
I
music.
just have
Yeah.
there's like 2 songs on that record that are pop punk and the rest of it's
But
like
the
weird
rest of it-
alternative indie music. And
Yeah, but it's still like, yeah, you're right. It's
I mean,
not
it's,
really
it's
pop
I mean
punk.
that you can tell that's kind of where the inspiration came from on that record, but like that's always it.
It's a good inspiration, I think.
It turned into like pop punk,
Yeah.
but like
I think the live show is pretty pop punk.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like
Oh
when,
shit, I turned this.
when Mankato was like
I mean, you could be seen. You guys, scoot in, get close. It's all good, bro.
Comfy.
Dude, it's all good, bro.
But when Mankato was like playing live, like it was definitely more pop punk stuff. But
Nice.
anyway, the point
Absolutely.
is, I play this record, and we're going on tour like 2 months later, and I'm
Damn.
looking for people to come along
Yeah.
because I need.
You just had someone drop out.
Yeah, I had like 3 people drop out. I had a bunch of people. Like,
Damn.
it was like I had this whole team of people ready, and then like a bunch of them were like, okay, I can't do this or I can't do this, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, what are we gonna do? And I'm just like, hey, do you want to come along as like a roadie? Like I need people to help set up. And,
Fire,
like,
yeah.
just-
That's a great opportunity.
That was one of those things where like that I was doing this tour, I was putting together. I'm like, realistically, I need people there to just help make things happen.
Right.
I need artists there. Obviously, I need a photographer there, but I also need people to like, hey, you're gonna show up and you're gonna set up the lights and the sound system and
Also run the door,
And
and
it's
also like there was just like
miscellaneous
There
stuff.
was no like title. He was just like, "Hey,
Come
I
help."
need help. Would you like to come?" And at first, legitimately, now remember, this is the first time I've ever like hung out with this guy.
This is the second time we've ever met.
And I was like, I was now having the thoughts he was having where I was like, is this motherfucker gonna kill me? Like, what are you talking? Like, no one just meets a kid
a weird-
and is like, yo, you want to come on tour to LA and Vegas?
Yeah,
and
that's
like,
crazy.
I was like, dude, I don't know you. I don't know your friends.
Right.
But I also was like, this sounds fun as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
what? Like, I would love to go on tour.
Yeah.
So I remember being like, yeah, I fucking think so. And he's like, you got to pay blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
Yeah,
word.
yeah.
And so I go inside. I was like, hold on. I like go inside. And I'm like talking to my parents. I'm like, I don't know what just happened, but this kid just asked me to come on tour. Like, am I freaking out? Like, what's like what? I kind of had to like bounce it off of people.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, like learn about it, like see,
Yeah.
get some information, And then we just ended up. He just invited me to come and like come to when
Damn.
they passed out the flyers and shit like that. They were
Nice.
putting up flyers around town, and it was another place where that's where I met Day for the first time,
Nice.
and Gigi and
Yeah.
Gaia, and I don't remember who else was there. I don't know who else was there.
AK was
No, he wasn't there.
he wasn't there.
He wasn't at the flyer blast out. He was when we did the like we did like something at your crib. I don't remember.
So you did make it to the. Oh, you did make it to the. Did you make it to the? There we had like a party pre-tour event.
It wasn't a party.
It was like, but it was like North Portland. It was like. Were you there
No,
for that?
I was,
Okay,
never
okay,
mind,
that was
then I
the
wasn't
thing.
there.
Oh.
Bro didn't
Oh,
invite.
you-
Bro didn't invite me
I
to the
didn't
party.
Invited to the party, bro.
Bro didn't
What
invite me
the
to the
hell?
party. He invited me to pass out flyers and do work, but not the party.
Damn.
You're talking about the pre-show.
Like when we just like went to your house.
Yeah, we practiced.
Yeah,
set up
yeah,
everything. Yeah.
That's where I met like everyone officially, and it was funny too because I mean at that time like, I'm just like my music, scene experience is all like COVID imposed. Like I was
So,
not
really?
in shit at all.
Interesting.
I was not at all involved. So I was meeting all these dudes, and I just
That's a
remember-
weird time to meet people.
Yeah,
and I was also definitely that from my like knowledge now, a big like shift was happening during COVID with everything.
Everything,
obviously.
yeah.
And in
yeah.
the music scene, a big shift happened.
A lot of shit
And
got
so
shut
a lot
down.
of the music scene before COVID
Yeah.
is a lot different than the music scene after COVID.
Yeah, a lot of venues
But
and
that's
fucking
all
bars.
that's all, and people, just
people in
and
general,
That's
yeah.
all I know is the post COVID. But anyways,
That's crazy.
like being introduced
know
to all
that.
these people early on before this tour. So that's how we met. Yeah.
that was like our.
That's like a movie.
Yeah.
yeah,
It
literally-
really
no,
is.
I think
You
My
should-
shit, my life
you
like a
should-
movie, baby.
We should make like a short film thing about that. Little like
I-
10
no,
minute.
I've
like,
had this is a dead ass serious thing. I had this like back when I was working at a my one of my old jobs. I had this idea of like doing like you seen like you seen the Wu-Tang show?
It was literally on yesterday when because Zach was working on his album and he's like, I need to put something on to inspire me. I'm like, that's fire. It was season like 3 or something. I only watched the first season.
Shout out
Yeah.
Zach. Shout out Z Smoke.
Shout
man.
out Z
Shout out
Smoke, man.
Z-Smoke.
Very soon,
Bro,
you'll see
literally,
this episode.
I walked by. I went to the bathroom. I walked by. Bro's literally
He
in this
literally-
room grinding on that.
all he
album right
does,
now.
like you could be like like I bet you if we screamed his name right now, he's not going to hear us because he's like
He's in the
glued into his computer screen working on this.
that's amazing.
album.
That's my
Some real
favorite type
music
of
shit,
people.
bro.
That's
Are the
like-
people that just like you have your shit and you just be doing it, bro.
Yes.
But I was
Um,
thinking like doing a mini series of like artists like
Yeah.
based on like something. I don't know.
Like they each,
Film
like you're
shit.
just saying they each like pick like an event in their life type shit and tell you about it, and then you like cast.
I wasn't even thinking that. I was thinking we just write something. Like we could just take the story that we just told and make that a thing. Like I'm just like I want to do something kind of cool, like an Atlanta style. Like just like a mini series of like the homies.
I definitely, after the podcast gets working, I would definitely want to pivot a little bit to like a short film thing. Back in high school, before I was filming skating, I was doing like short films with like my airsoft guns and like fucking doing zombie flicks and shit.
Dude, I fucking love you, Quay.
Dude, that's
You're
just
so
so
cool.
fun.
But you would love my cousin Eric, bro.
Yeah, Eric's the fucking guy. Eric was on that tour. I met Eric.
Yeah.
Because Eric was living where? Colorado?
I think he was still living in Minnesota.
Okay, he's living in Minnesota. This
He's about to move
motherfucker
to Vegas.
is like he's a little bit older than us, and he's about to get like out of a job or whatever. And he pretty much was like, "I need something to do." And Sam was like, "Well, you could be our tour bus driver." And he
Nice.
was like, "Yep."
That
and so he
sounds
flew
awesome.
to fucking Portland.
This is the
This
crazy.
is
Wow.
like what, 28, 27, 28?
He's like 28 now. Yeah.
Wow, that's
yeah.
cool.
So he just was like, he's just cool as fuck.
That's
And
sick.
just
Literally
was
was
like became like the tour dad in
Yeah.
a way, the de facto, because he was like on his shit, and like the tour bus was like
Responsible
in
and
his
those-
name. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
there's
And shit,
That's
like-
so funny.
And
No,
he
but
took
it was
He
perfect.
took it so
He
seriously
took,
because
but he also took it so well.
like no like
He wasn't like dick at all. Like
Yeah.
he was the best.
no he was
He
awesome.
And people were-
understood the assignment.
And people were doing dumb shit underage dumb shit in his
that's
tour
the
van.
worst.
He gave me
Yeah.
and he gave me some shit when we
He
got
like-
when we got
he
home from
like
tour. He
pulled
sat me
him
down,
aside.
He's like,
Oh.
"Hey, bro, I love you. If I'm ever gonna do this again, we gotta figure some shit." out."
Whoa.
Yeah.
He was just like, "I didn't know this was gonna
Whoa.
happen this way." I was like, "I know. I'm sorry."
To be honest, the biggest mistake of the whole tour was just people not being old enough. Like
Yeah.
genuinely, if everyone was over 21, I don't think it would have.
it would have been.
It would have been way
well. Also,
different.
yeah, but
But not everyone was. We just couldn't. That's the problem with being at that age. Is like you have a lot of homies and artist homies that are not
Kinda all
over
over the
21.
place,
You have
yeah.
people that are like 19 and shit.
but
Now I don't be fucking with anybody under the age of 21 ever.
That's crazy. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Man, that's crazy. What an dude. The first tour experience. That's crazy. I had been on 2 tours. My first tour experience was bit of a fever dream.
Yeah.
But it's all those are all great experiences.
it's
like-
especially
that's the thing.
especially just meeting each other. Tour, you're thrown into the shit. Now you're twinned up. You're twinned up.
Yeah.
You're ready for business.
And-
You play great music together.
Mhm.
And now you're just like it just keeps stacking up and leveling up. Oh
and
yes.
Even to add to the lore, we're kind of. This is a long ass answer.
No, it's great.
yeah,
We're going really long.
we're giving the
But
whole.
he didn't even know I wanted to like be a front man and like make music.
Yeah, this is where
He
things got-
see. This is where it was.
This-
I was on my trickster shit. To be
Walker-
honest. I was scheming. I was scheming.
His ass was
I was
scheming.
scheming, bro. I
He
wasn't
played
even
me like a fiddle.
I wasn't even like we're on this tour with a bunch of like artists and rappers and stuff. I wasn't even pushing my beats, bro. Like I don't know if you remember that.
I remember
I was like, I don't want to give these kids my like if they want it, sure. But like I wanted to become like an artist.
Yeah.
That was my goal. And so I saw this happening and I was like, I'm seeing these kids like perform and I was like, oh, I could do this. Like it very much clicked during that time where I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I know it needs to happen.
I remember
Fire.
just getting.
That's a cool moment too.
Very cool.
I love. I've had that with a couple things. I was like, yes.
You're like this, okay, shift gears.
Yeah, this is it.
Yep.
Because on that tour, I remember I was like, I wasn't mad is not the.
But also I understand.
His ass was always like hanging around all the cool people and like he's taking every opportunity he can to be around the people.
Yeah,
and it's
that's
like-
what you have to
it's-
do.
It's one of the reasons.
Yeah, that's
that
what you do sometimes.
Now
yeah.
that's why he fucks with me so heavy.
Yeah.
It's like,
Walker's a grinder, bro.
That's real
he
network
can
shit,
grind on
bro.
multiple things
You're-
at once.
it's
I
not-
can grind on
like-
multiple things at once. That's real as fuck, bro.
You know, like-
And
That's
no,
what you have
for
to
real.
do. That.
Yeah.
That's real network shit. You have to really grind it out and get yourself in it.
You can take an opportunity. You can be like, there's 2 ways to go on that. It's like you can invite.
It's
on this
not
tour.
bad to be an opportunist.
No, it's like I think it's important.
It's bad.
necessary.
It's
Yeah.
bad whenever it becomes toxic. Anything.
If you do
anything,
it to detriment of other people,
Yes.
then it's wrong.
Yes.
But that's kind of what I wanted to clarify is like, I went on this tour, and in my mind, I knew nobody. The person I knew the most was Sam, and I met him like 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like I knew nobody. So I was like, I'm on this to get my shit. I'm on this to like make connections,
for sure,
figure out, and I quickly.
mean, you were doing the same thing too.
Yes,
which
and
realistically is like what he should be doing.
We were just talking about this, how like we have the ability to very quickly like pick out people that are worth our time in a sense. It sounds fucked up, but it's like this, and it was like I was very I want to say I wasn't doing it in like a malicious way.
No,
I was doing it in a way where like they actually fucked with me.
Yeah.
They were actually like, "Oh, this kid's cool," and then like, "You want to come?" And I'm not saying no. So you know what I'm saying? So it just worked out.
Again, it's one of those things where it's like
I was grinding.
Take the fucking opportunity you get. Like you
grind set.
In this, especially me being like, hey bro, you gotta like help pay for like gas and shit on this thing. And it's like if you're gonna like if someone was like, hey, I'm going on tour with these people and I have to pay a couple dollars to do it and it's gonna be this whatever, I'm like, okay, cool. Talk to every single person you meet. Get every single like you're doing that thing. That's what you're supposed to do.
That's what you're supposed to do for sure.
Yeah,
I fucked up because
crucial.
Crucial.
Yeah,
I planned this whole tour. I managed and ran pretty much the entire thing myself.
His shit, he was the like brains and operation of this
I
tour.
put there was
he connected to everyone.
There was
everybody,
like help.
everybody played their part.
Yep.
But I booked the entire thing, and it all came from a class I took, where the final project was like put together a tour plan.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
And
you were telling me that. Yeah,
and I was like, wait a second, I can just do this. Like,
why don't I just make it real?
Yeah,
I
make
can
it
just
real.
do this thing. And so I
fire.
took this final project from one of my classes.
You understood the assignment.
I understood the assignment. I was like, I'm gonna fucking.
You see it. That
But-
lens is so fucking wide.
Dude,
I
It's a
love
big ass lens. But
That's fire.
I took that and
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a great time.
Great. We also have Z-Smoke in the periphery. You can't see him. He's just gonna sit
He's here,
there.
though. He's here.
He's gonna
He's just kicking
he's
it.
gonna giggle a little bit.
The vibes are in the room. Is Z-Smoke in the room with us now?
Only we know. Is Z-Smoke? Oh, that's what you're doing. I get it. That's funny.
See, he got the joke, guys. Hell yeah,
Took me a
bro.
All right,
second.
I love when he gets the joke.
I'm gonna ask some questions.
Yeah,
Like,
fuck.
ask away.
What got you into making music? Why? What?
I think they're both separate. Should we?
I'm
Let me go.
at-
Yeah.
You go
Let's
first.
So, to be honest, my music has been around most of my life. My family's very musical. My
People don't know this, but Walker is a nepo baby, actually.
All right. You just fucking ruined my career. That is literally one of the. I can't believe you just said that. Anyways, my grandfather was an aspiring country artist, and never like fully made it. But he also got a couple of records recorded, a couple of tracks recorded on vinyl,
that's fire.
and we have a couple of tapes.
That's not nepotism.
I know,
No,
it was a
he's
joke.
he's joking. He's
Like
fucking right.
it's not nepotism if you have.
It's almost like the-
connections.
It's kind of the no, it's not the opposite.
You know what I mean?
Anyways, but yeah, so shout out my grandfather,
Yeah, shout out
Raymond
your
Melton,
grandfather.
Harold
Raymond
Raymond Melton. I love that motherfucker. Rest in peace to my dog, bro. Rest in peace. That's a real Tennessee boy right there. They don't
Yeehaw.
build them like that
Yeehaw.
anymore. You know what I'm
Yeehaw.
saying?
Shout
But
out
yeah,
to
so that's really where I would say this all starts from is my grandpa doing that shit and chasing that dream. I think I got a lot. My dad says I got a lot of him in me. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
cool.
So
No,
it's
yeah. My grandfather's very similar. He was doing
Yeah.
like a lot of art shit, so I
Fire.
probably got a lot of that.
Absolutely. There's some genetic shit there. And so music been around. My dad plays guitar, always played guitar for like my whole life.
They got some nice guitars too.
My dad's got some nice guitars, but also through my grandfather. That's the thing.
Oh, right.
The nicest guitar that my dad owns was my grandfather.
That's so tough.
So it's like,
Nice.
yeah. So,
That's fire.
but my dad also has some, like a Martin, super rad, nice.
Those
guitar.
are nice
Yeah,
guitars.
yeah.
Nice guitars.
He drops some bread. You know what I'm saying?
Nice guitar.
But yeah. So my dad always
than
played
mine.
guitar.
Very nice.
My family on my dad's side does this thing they call bread and jam. This is some white shit, but it's cool as fuck. So it's called bread and jam. Pretty much what it is once a month he has 3 siblings, 3 sisters. We meet up at one of the 4 houses the families do, and we all hang out. People bring food and shit, drinks.
Nice.
And they each play different instruments. So my dad plays guitar, a couple other dudes play guitar, one of my uncles plays bass. My aunt, one of my aunts play, 2 of my aunts play mandolin. One of my aunts plays ukulele. They all like singing shit. They all just be doing
Nice.
shit. Like it's
So you just had music
so
around
it's just
your
around.
whole life.
It's just around
Yeah,
my whole
yeah,
life.
yeah.
I'm just always around it. My parents would always be playing music. We had CDs, a huge CD collection, all types of shit. So it's always been around. But it's one of those things where it's like it was almost too natural that I didn't take it serious enough at first.
Right.
So it was always around, and it was
super
always just an
present in
option.
your
So it
life,
wasn't
yeah.
like something where I was like people. And I've always played the drums. I played the drums since I was like 12, like consistently since I was 12. And it's crazy. I just realized this the other a couple months ago. I was like, bro, I've played the drums for 10 years. Like that's fucking nuts.
You're nice at it too.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no,
but like,
it shows.
and the cool thing is, I only took 2 drum lessons and then quit. So like a lot of it is self-taught. And so a lot of this has been natural to me. And I played in a church band, like just to get out of going to church. My mom would make me go to church.
That's
and
a good,
she was
that's
like,
a good cheat
she
code.
was like, you should play in the church band. And I was like, fuck no, I'm not playing in the church. You got like, what? I am not playing in a worship band. And then I was like, wait, I'm going to be here either way. I might as well get better at drums.
Right.
So then I started, and I genuinely made me better at drums.
Damn.
Genuinely made me better at drums. So I've been playing drums, all that shit, a lot of my life, just doing it. And then went to college, was like, fuck this. I hate this. This is not for me at all. Tried it in multiple different capacities. COVID hit. And I'm home. And I'm not enrolled in any school.
Ain't going to church.
Ain't going to church. Ain't going to school.
Yeah.
There's not shit going on. And I'm like, okay, bro. And I'm like reevaluating. Definitely COVID was a reevaluation time where I was like, okay, I'm not going to get a college degree. I'm not going to be a fucking football coach. I'm not like all these random different things I had ideas of possibly doing. I was like, none of this is realistic and is actually going to happen.
Right.
What is something that I'm consistently good at?
It's go time.
And that I can just like lock into right now.
Yeah.
And it was like a no-brainer. It was like fucking music. This has been around me. I was like, let's go. Let's make a fucking run at it. So that's when I really locked in. Watched too many hours of YouTube. Learned FL Studio. Bought a laptop when I moved to Colorado. With my grandma gave me I was dropping out of college and she was like, I have money left in your like college fund, but I know you're moving to Colorado, so I'll give it to you to like help pay your first like month of rent.
And
it
you
was
spent that shit on
$1,000. And I took 900 of it and bought a MacBook.
Fire.
And that's the shit.
Was it worth it? Was it worth
it?
it?
100%. I still have that shit. It's kind of broken right now, but I still have it.
We're gonna figure it out.
We're gonna figure it out. But I still like that's the thing is like there's just so many different times where I was like, okay, now I came to a point during COVID where I was like, this is the obvious choice.
Right.
This is what I've been wanting to do internally and like subconsciously. Let's just fucking go. There's nothing else I can do. I'm sitting in my house all day. Might as well fucking work at something. So I just did that, and then fucking all bets were off. And now I'm fucking addicted to it. And it's like, this is all I want to do.
That's great.
And so that was like, that's my origin story, I guess, into this music shit.
Fire.
That's kind of what happened. Yeah.
That's nice. So you kind of have to have that moment where you're just like, all right, this is what it is.
It's like,
I got to go full force into this.
And I'm very much that type of person. If I'm going to do something, I'm not going to half-ass it. And
that's why I waited so long to do this.
Absolutely.
It's like, I'm not going to half-ass it and like make it, I mean.
In your head, you were like, I need cameras.
Right.
In your head, you're like, I need
it to be a specific way.
Yes, absolutely. And that makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, that's
right on. What about you? What you got you into music?
I've been into music pretty much my entire life.
Yeah.
Since I was like, there's a video that I'll pull up one day of me playing like pots and pans when I'm
nice.
Like,
yeah, in the kitchen.
Old.
Yeah, on the floor and shit.
And, it was
fire.
And my mom was like, "Oh, da, 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 da." And then
he's a prodigy.
I remember like getting an acoustic.
Get him
guitar.
a microphone.
I got this tiny ass it's like this tiny acoustic guitar when I was like probably like
I think I had one of those too.
5 or 6 or something like that, and then I took guitar lessons for like 6 months. No, not even. Probably like 2 months maybe. And then my teacher moved away.
Damn.
And I was like, damn, what the heck,
bro?
But then my neighbor gave me this like old crappy Casio piano, which I still have. It's like this like synthesizer thing. It's like one of those like preset synths. It's pretty cool. It sounds. It's kind of broken now. One of the keys.
You should steal some of the sounds from there.
That's what I've been thinking about it.
Some lore.
But
For real.
I like learned like the Harry Potter theme. Also fuck J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
But I learned like a bunch of different things. I had some kid in like 2nd grade teaching me how to play Van Halen's Jump on piano, and I would learn that.
Shout out Van Halen. I one time dressed up as what's his name?
Eddie Van Halen?
No, not Eddie. The other Sammy Hagar.
Sammy Hagar.
I had long hair.
Van Hagar.
Yeah, I dressed up as Sammy Hagar for Halloween.
Nice. Your hair curls.
Yeah, it gets long.
Yeah.
It's like fucked up right now, but we're not talking about that.
He's a bonnet.
Yeah, I lost my bonnet, bro. If you see my bonnet, let me know. Hit the chat. Comment down below if y'all found my bonnet. I've been needing that
bonnet,
shit.
let him know.
Let me know, bro.
But yeah, I would just like mess around with that stuff, and then like I was like on my dad's like Mac like I don't know, whatever the MacBooks,
Right.
like whatever the old stuff.
The old ones, yeah.
And I had GarageBand on there, and I would just like we'd go on
so
like
nice.
Legendary.
I would, like-
They're so real for GarageBand.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
when
They're so real for that.
But we'd go on like road trips, and I would like take his MacBook with us, and I would just like sit there and just like mess around and like press buttons and like put in loops and stuff. I
Yeah.
remember one time just like taking like this whole, they have like numbered loops. It's like piano loop.
Yeah, yeah,
1
I know
through
exactly
12.
what you're talking
I remember
about.
one time just like dragging and dropping them all in order, and then like my mom being like, "Look at this song I made," and she was like, "Whoa, it's so good." And it's
Yeah,
like,
they're like,
You didn't do shit.
all I did was just line up
You're
loops.
the-
Bro didn't do shit. She
You're
was
the
like,
dude-
he's gonna make it.
You're the guy that where all the producers are like, oh, loop producers
Yeah.
are ain't shit. It's
Yeah.
because of people like you. It's like,
I made the song.
It's because of 12-year-old Sam. Fuck you, bro.
But yeah, I would just mess around with that kind of stuff, and then it really wasn't until then I would just like play instruments off and on. I always just like was just making music, but it was never like a career.
When did you like get tight into it though?
It was
When did you lock in?
when I locked in, bro. When I linked in Bill with music was it was like freshman year of high school, and my friend wanted to join a band, and I was like getting into like pop punk and like emo music. I was like hitting
Yeah.
my emo, I was hitting my
Yeah.
emo stride late.
Classic, yeah.
So I was listening to like Black Veil Brides
I'm
and like
just now hitting
My
my
Chemical
emo stride.
Romance and like Fall Out Boy and shit.
Yeah.
And I listened to Dance Dance,
Yeah.
and I heard the bass line. And I was like, I can figure this out. Yeah, and I had this old bass that my mom's friend had given me. It's like this kind of
That is a fat bass line.
Yeah.
I do,
yeah, it's tough. And I just picked it. I was like, I could figure this out. I picked it up, looked up the tab online, and I just started playing that. And like, I was like, oh, I could just be a bass player instead of a guitar player. This is way easier.
He's like, yo, I'm cold at this.
I was like, yes, I do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then we like kind of started this band. It didn't really work out very well. We had like whole practices, but shout out Zach actually was in that band.
Zach is the current drummer for WHOTFISWALKER.
And-
Fucking
Oh,
dope.
and-
nice.
and he
Yeah,
was-
shout out.
Shout
yeah.
out, big shout out to Zach.
Big shout out
yeah.
to Zach. He was
That's my dog.
my drummer in that band in high school.
See,
Nice.
full circle shit.
Hey, man, that's real life right
real.
there.
That's real shit.
But I would like I took that, and then I was like, I made a cover of Can't Feel My Face by The Weeknd, because I was like, oh, I could play this bass line. And I played the
Damn,
bass
that
line.
song was so big.
It was a big
Yeah.
That song
bro.
was so big.
And it has like a real bass, like there's an actual bass in it. Like, and I was like, oh, I could learn this, and I learned that, and then I ended up making a cover on it in like GarageBand.
Nice.
Did you
and-
sing it?
No, I didn't sing. it.
Fuck, I wish we had those vocals.
And then the cringiest thing I ever did was sophomore year of high school. I made a rock song for a history class, and then I made a rock song for a history class, but then I did a rap
Oh,
as
my
the lyrics.
God.
And
Oh, my
It-
God.
No, I got something more cringy that he did,
it
but
was
we'll get to
it
that
was
later.
so bad, bro. Honestly, the song, like the instrumental part was fine, but obviously like me trying to rap about
It was
like
bad.
like John
Abraham
Locke
Lincoln
and shit,
and-
you know, it was bad. It was
Yeah.
stupid, but
So that's when
I-
you got locked in, though.
yeah, I
Nice.
started just making shit, and
Right on. What
I
does
just saw the Sorry Mom tattoo for the first time.
This is not your
damn.
first. Mine?
No, you showed it to me before. I'm sorry.
No, I've definitely showed you
You
that
definitely
before.
showed it to me before.
We have matching tattoos.
Yeah, we literally have.
That's so cute.
Which is so crazy because literally both happened without like any. knowledge
Yeah,
of
without
the
even
other.
knowledge. I
That's
saw
insane.
Him,
That's
I
how you
saw
know we
you
fucking
post
tight,
post
bro.
a fucking. I saw you post, and I was like, that looks very, very, very similar
You're
to
like,
mine.
bro, did he
It's-
just bite my shit?
Yeah. But it was just like it's on my thigh, and nobody sees my thigh tattoos. And it's just like that's strange. That's just collective consciousness, bro.
it's cool because
for real,
like,
for
very
real.
That's
similar fonts,
like
too.
dead
real,
ass.
for real,
We just
yeah.
had similar experiences.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
For real.
Damn.
For real. For
Mine-
real.
Damn.
interlocked.
What does music mean to you guys?
Fuck.
What does it make you feel whenever
To be
you hear
honest,
it?
I think why I like really am so addicted to music is that it has that ability to change my headspace faster than damn
A lot
near
of
drugs.
things, right?
Like
Yeah.
I will be like fucking piss mad or whatever. I'll play some shit. I'll be like, damn, life is beautiful.
Right.
And it's like so few things can do that to me. Like there'll be times like we're working this job and I ain't woke up at like 7 a.m. in a minute. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So we're waking up, we're doing this job, and I'll be sitting in the studio. I'll hit a dirty bowl waiting for Sam to pull up at like 7:30 or something. And I'll be like, fuck it, I gotta get lit, bro. I'll put some Meek Mill on, get my shit going. And I'm like, let's go.
Now we in the trap
Now
house.
I'm like, I'm getting bucked today. I don't give a fuck about anything. And it's like there is so few things that can like do that to me.
Yeah.
And so I think for me, that's the biggest reason why I want to do that to others.
Right.
I think that's kind of the thing is music does that to me. I want to be able to do that to others. It's just like transform,
It's a beautiful feeling.
transform
Beautiful feeling.
your fucking headspace. And
Right.
like that is a crazy.
And when you
thing.
do it live, it's
That's
even better.
even crazier.
Because you push and pull energy in real time.
Yep.
Me and Walker talk about this, but like it's you look at like churches and the way they do,
I've been
like,
thinking about that shit a lot, bro.
I fuck with churches heavy.
like worship music,
Worship music rules.
and
but
it's
it's
like
the same
it's-
thing.
The thing is, it's like the people. You go there like, oh, I'm experiencing God right now.
No,
But
you're
it's like
experiencing music and
it's like-
humanity.
music is doing the lifting there. It's like
I saw this TikTok and this guy was like, I'm of the opinion that people that are like super heavy religious and like super like into worship music and worshiping don't go to enough live music shows. And I was like, damn, you might be right. Like
It's
if you just
interesting.
went to like a fucking Steve Lacy concert or like
but
some like I don't
the
know,
problem
like I'm
is,
just saying.
you know, a lot of them probably don't want to listen to like secular music.
And that's the thing. That's the
Yeah.
thing is where they're like they just
Yeah.
cut themselves off for that,
For
and
sure.
so all they're listening to or watching is Christian music, and
Yeah.
they're like, I feel Jesus.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Right.
like he's saying, music is doing the heavy lifting there, which
Music
like
does a
took
lot.
me a moment
Yeah.
to like
Because
realize.
if you vibration and music and all that and the energy around it, if you vibrate water to specific
I
frequencies,
saw that shit
Oh,
too.
it does
yeah.
different things. If you vibrate earth and sand, if you vibrate different materials like fucking, you know, different metals and stuff,
Yep.
all of them have different frequency, and when you hit them with a specific vibration, they do different things.
And
It's-
we're matter.
and it's just like, yeah, and everything is, or matter. It's everything.
We're the same. Yeah.
It's the same shit, and you know that's one of the theories on how they built the pyramids is that they use sound. They use specific vibrations and bounce vibrations off of shit, and it makes things levitate.
Okay,
And
I
there's
deadass ain't heard that one, but
and there's
that
science-
might be the best.
that's
That
a-
might be the
there's
best. Like,
scientific fucking proof behind it about how you can
fucking love this
vibrate
guy.
things and lift things up with sound. So if you could do that with physical matter, nobody, you know, this consciousness is hard to map and hard to.
of course.
Fucking, they don't
The
know
hardest.
what's going on. But if it does some shit to physical matter, you guarantee you that it does it to non-physical and like
Yes.
Yeah.
fucking
Spiritual
metaphysical-
or whatever. Yeah.
metaphysical shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been
That's why
talking about
music
this
is
a
so.
lot.
And not sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
But that is why the quote unquote industry and the quote unquote the machine sets their music in a specific vibration to keep you down. A lot of this music, if you go and check the vibration of it and like the hertz of it, there's specific vibrations that will trigger specific things in your brain.
We gotta
So
learn this.
you know the calming. If you go on YouTube and you look up like meditation,
Yeah,
music,
yeah, and it'll do like the
so there's different frequencies connected to different chakras in your
Mm-hmm,
body. So they claim that Hollywood and the big wigs master all industry. I'm gonna be careful what I say here. Master a lot of different music. I don't know what music, but
and they put in these vibrations.
they put in these vibrations to keep you down, and you know, it opens up a whole conversation. But it makes you think various things.
or also maybe
So I guess religious types could also be like, oh, it's the devil getting you down,
Yeah.
or it's like it's.
but it's just everyone's
But it's
interpretation.
just vibrations, like so. There's some truth to that. I don't know how much truth,
Yeah. Right.
but listening to good music makes you feel good. Listening to evil music makes you feel kind of evil.
Ooh, yeah, yeah.
There's
ooh.
weight to it, especially analog music.
There's real shit.
kind of side almost off topic, but there's a Janet Jackson song that famously caused computer crashes because in the bass line of it there was a certain frequency that vibrated
There's yes,
this one brand of
believe in that.
laptops like
Yeah,
processor
I
and
believe
it
that.
killed it. And if this is like a real problem that this specific
Was
song
That's
had,
scary.
fucking
where-
people shit up. There's also a thing called a brown note, and it makes you poop.
Yeah, but we haven't discovered it yet.
That's some. Have they not?
They
Do you
haven't
know
found
about-
it yet.
you
They
know
haven't
about
found the
that?
Bro,
brown
when
note
they
yet.
discover the brown note, I'm putting
Bro,
that shit in my songs.
because
You
I
better
get-
believe I'm putting the brown note in my songs, bro. At a show, they gonna shit themselves, bro.
I guarantee you that they try to find the brown note with MK Ultra, and then I'm guarantee you they're trying to use it as like a war weapon.
Everyone's just like
weapon.
a bio.
They just go into the Middle East and just blast the brown note, and everybody's shitting.
Bro,
Everybody's taking a dumper.
Bro,
they
if that-
made the fucking
Dumper
fart,
in the desert,
They
bro.
made the fart gun from Despicable Me, bro.
If that happens, we're officially in the future. We're officially in the future.
So, hey man, vibrations and energy is real
that shit's
shit.
real.
Real shit.
That's kind of I think that's
Yeah.
kind of the whole point, to be honest.
Amen, brother.
That was a crazy little conversation.
What does all noise mean to you?
Like your
Personally?
platform.
No, not. I mean, I guess.
You mean the words or
What-
your platform?
when I say all noise to you, what does that represent to you?
Like in the context of like mute all noise, or in the context of
Not
like,
in my platform.
Just like the words, all noise.
Yes. What is like if you didn't know me, you didn't know the platform, what does all noise mean to you?
Distraction.
Distraction?
Yeah,
I don't know, I think-
I think it very much means distraction and like the extra shit that doesn't matter.
I don't see noise as like a necessarily as a like a negative thing.
I do.
Yeah, I think. Well, I just think noise is
Squeak on it. This is great.
Yeah.
I think noise because like there's like noise music.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah. But I think of like white noise or like pink noise, and like if you really think about it, like
Which
white
is vibration and sound.
because white noise is every frequency at once, you know. So
Okay.
noise is like everything,
Right.
in a way.
Whoa.
It's like I think I
Wow.
Takes acid once.
I think like I don't know. I think noise is like the existence of all sound and all awareness and what's all around you and shit.
Right.
Like when if you say all noise, I'm like, oh, that's like everything that I'm experiencing.
Right. That's a
At
good way
least
of
That's a
looking at
good
it.
way of putting it.
I
I just feel like noise is all that I'm experiencing that is unnecessary. Because in my mind, I'm kind of like, I got to pick out my shit from the noise. So it's like, what is worth my time to take away? Like, there's all the noise, and it's like, oh, this is, okay, separate it. That's kind of how it
Well, I mean, I can see you could define noise as like distractions.
Yeah.
I just when I immediately think of noise, I just
See, and
I
that's
don't
real.
have it as like a negative
That's real.
context.
See?
yeah.
That's great.
We each have
That's the
different
whole
opinions.
That's the whole point. And what you just said is the philosophy of the platform.
Of mute all
It's
noise.
just
That's
like-
kind of what I've
It's like everybody talks too much.
Yeah.
Real.
It's too
And
much
you're
noise.
like, this is the things that actually matter.
so you have to
fuck all that.
Turn that frequency off
Yep.
and pick out the good frequency
Yep.
within that mess.
And there's some
I
of
like
that
that.
good frequency shit
This
right
that
here.
good.
It's
Man,
that
this
good.
that good frequency shit.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on right now.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
Do you have a favorite music venue
that
Venue?
I've played or like in
Yeah.
the history of the world?
that you've played and maybe one that you want to play?
Okay, I got two. I got great answers. Favorite venue I've played? Fuck. That's actually tough.
Bro said I got it.
Okay, actually, it might be Kelly's Olympian.
Nice.
I don't know. Do you have a better answer than that?
Kelly's is cool.
Well, my answer, I think I would say.
Oh, this man played the Hawthorne.
I think that would be.
Well, that's pretty lit.
I didn't play the Hawthorne.
But it was
Pretty
also
lit.
like.
What was that? Is that what you were gonna say?
Yeah, I would say that's probably been my but
What should I answer? Because I'm trying to think. Tell
Hey, hold
me. Tell. No, I'm just saying. Like of the WHOTFISWALKER venues, which one's really best?
I don't know. I think that it depends on what you want to define as best. I mean, if we
what is your favorite, I guess?
What would you say? Because I think it's Kelly's Olympian, but I feel like I'm forgetting.
I mean, I
So
think
I'm not saying shout.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. We can't anymore.
I'm not.
I think my favorite was this place called the People's House. And this is my homie's basement back in 2020.
See, this is the shit that I missed because I wasn't in the scene before COVID.
Like house shows and stuff?
I missed.
Yeah.
I
'Cause they don't do 'em any-
fucked
like-
up,
Yeah,
bro.
there was
House
there was
shows
a
don't happen anymore.
How long have you been here?
I've been in Oregon since 2014.
Okay.
I've known about the house shows since around like 2015, 16.
Word. So okay.
Oh my god,
I've
you're
been
so lit, bro.
I've been to a couple of them
Fuck.
in high school. I didn't go to a whole lot, but I've been to a handful of them. But I do know they did a lot of them.
and they used to be.
They were heavy.
He went to like UP.
I just don't be popping out
we didn't do
because
house shows at
I don't
UP,
want to be
though.
around.
But you were
people.
like in the city. That's kind of what I'm saying. It's like you were in the city during the time right before COVID that like house shows were happening.
Yeah.
So you were like in that culture.
I don't know if he was in Portland.
It-
Were you in Portland in like
He just said
2019?
20. He said 20.
Yeah, but he was in Oregon. Where were you at in Oregon?
I was in Bend in 2014.
Okay, that's what I thought. I
Okay,
remember
until
you saying that.
2016, and then I went to Seattle for a couple of years. But I've been here for the last like 4 years.
God, I fucking love you, bro.
I love you too, bro.
You're so cool.
I'm so glad you're here.
This is
I'm-
amazing.
I'm so glad you're here too.
This is a
happy
great
You're like,
time.
what about me, man?
I had to be here too.
This is a great time.
Chamoy.
Chamoy. Dun, 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 dun.
Well, hold on. I just want to.
Yeah.
I
Fucking
wanna-
finish the question.
Finish your
I want to say
answer.
that just total side note, but the house
Oh, God.
back in like 2019, like early 20, like right before COVID hit, it was so much fucking easier to like throw show because
Yeah.
we would do like 2 weeks of promotion, be like we're having this house show party, show up, and then like 100 people would pull up.
Crazy.
Like, we would
It's
just
not like that.
Because people want to pop out and do something. Now
Yeah.
people
That's
don't
what I'm
want to
thinking.
pop out.
This summer might be fucking turned.
I don't know.
I feel like it could be.
I don't know
fucking
how
crazy.
I feel about
I
things.
hope. I
Because
hope.
I haven't made any money from
Real.
pop-ups in the
Real.
last like 4 pop-ups.
Fuck.
And like people are, I don't see like any, like maybe I don't look hard enough. I don't see too many cool markets that I feel interested in. Like I don't know.
Off camera, I have some suggestions for you.
Yeah.
Just that I want to talk to you
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
But also to wrap up this question, the venue that I want to play is Red Rocks. Before I die, I'm playing Red Rocks.
real.
That's
Red
what
Rocks
I'm gonna play.
rules.
That shit is. I went there one time
Yeah.
with no concert, and I was like, "Holy fuck!" So I can't imagine
That
doing a
has some
concert.
spiritual sound
Oh,
audio.
Yeah.
going.
Oh,
You
you
wanna
want
talk-
to Yeah, you want to
goddamn.
talk about that real shit?
Yeah, Red Rocks is fire. Let's see. Let me. We're at an hour, so I'm just gonna ask a couple more questions just to wrap it
We'll
up.
wrap
We
it up.
Word.
Sounds good.
can- I don't know. I know you have to do something.
No, not really.
Do you have any? Do you guys have any dream collaborators? Either in a peer space or beyond
Mhm.
peers, maybe through the internet or.
I talked about this on Jimmy's.
Oh yeah, you
Jam
say that.
bars.
You say that one.
I really want to work with Benny Blanco.
Nice.
I just think that
Benny's cool.
Benny's
cool as
sick,
fuck.
bro.
Also, you said like your styles would work well together, and I think you're absolutely right.
He's just the thing is, I feel like a lot of people like answer like, oh, I want to work with this artist or this singer or whatever.
Mhm.
But I'm also like, damn,
You
we
want
could
a
just
producer that will like.
we could just make the most fire Walker song
Ever.
on the planet.
See that's
Dude,
why he's real too,
A
because he's
Benny
like
Blanco, Walker, Mankato
would
song
go
would be
Would just be
fucking
insane,
very
bro.
hard.
Like
fucking
Yeah.
nuts.
Like-
Benny's hard. Benny, I feel like he has a bit of a style that can work with
he's
a
just
lot
a
of
good
different
writer,
people.
bro. He's just like he write like, bro's like he's the hit writer right now. It's like him and Charlie Puth run
He's
this
up.
industry,
He's
bro.
up.
He's up as fuck.
He's definitely up in the industry.
Being
Yeah.
behind the scenes and that up is like not easy to do.
Yeah, and like I think other than, because I would say maybe like Rick Rubin and Mike Dean.
I
might
know,
be
yeah.
people
like
who are
Rick
in the-
Rubin would be fucking crazy.
but
Rick
in like
Rubin,
that's
yeah.
like definitely.
I want to go to that house so bad.
I would love
His
to work
crib with
Rick
the
Rubin.
studio.
His property
yeah.
is just like that. You know the one I'm
And do
fucking
a Broken
talking about,
Records episode.
huh?
And do a Broken Records episode. His podcast.
Yeah, that's like all I want to do is like he's like sometimes recently I've been like maybe he's like taking shit too far. Like he's a little out there, a little too much, which is like good.
He's also just kind of like super successful right now,
and so he
I-
can just like say anything, and it just is like
For sure, out there.
I mean, dude,
can just say something
and it just
works. Like he's just worked with the
He
biggest
might be
bands in the
Illuminati.
world.
He's
Hey,
uber rich, bro.
if I pull up on him and I'm like, "What's the secret?" and he says Illuminati, shit, it might be me too.
Damn.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. Come on,
Shit. Talk
Rick
about it.
chilling, bro.
A big
Rick
Rick.
chill.
Rick chilling.
My dream collaborators. This is kind of random, but Kenny Beats and Dominic Fike.
Real. Kenny Beats would be.
I don't know who
fun.
Dominic Fike is.
You're late.
I'm very late to things. I don't.
After
I don't
this
pay
ends,
attention
I'm gonna
anymore.
play.
So
if you got a
don't know who
fucking
Dominic
blue,
Fike is?
Huh?
So
he
you-
doesn't.
You don't know who Dominic Fike is?
If you have a
Oh, word.
Bluetooth speaker,
Yeah,
when
well,
we're done with this, I want to play you. Some
He's
shit.
about to drop a record, and I think it's gonna be.
He's
good.
rich as fuck. Really
Kenny
cool.
Beats is super hard though.
Kenny has a
Beats is-
song with him.
Oh, okay. I fuck with Kenny's.
I like.
Kenny's
Ken-
super
you
hard.
seen The Cave?
Yeah, the cave's super
I
hard.
love The
I've
Cave.
always,
The Cave is like the perfect
The
format
cave is hard. Yeah.
of any music. Like
The cave's fire.
so good. Okay,
Dude.
keep going.
No, that's great. Where do you see you guys selves in 5 years?
crazy.
That's such a hard question.
You don't need-
sound
you
like
don't
a
need
piece of shit.
Well,
I'm gonna sound like a piece of shit.
I'm writing up for my thesis at my college because I'm graduating in like 3 weeks.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Bro, I was about to get a degree. We so different on so many levels.
Damn.
Shout out degree getters.
But
Shout out degree-
Hey,
yeah,
shout out all
man.
my degree getters.
money makers and degree getters, bro.
But I'm working on it was supposed to be a 5-year plan, so I would have had a
We
perfect
changed it.
answer,
We
but
changed it.
Then
You
I
don't
was
have a
like,
great answer
then I was
now,
like,
no.
this is a lot of work. So
Like life is, and also life is gonna be so different in 5 years.
Yeah,
which is
it's
like
hard
that's
to-
such a hard thing to answer.
I know.
So he
It's a
worked
loaded
on a
question.
2-year plan.
yeah, we're doing a 2-year plan.
So he
Right.
worked on a 2-year plan, which
Nice.
I think is
That's fine.
solid.
What
Totally
But I'm
fine.
gonna answer 5 years.
Yeah.
I would say
You go first.
I was right now the furthest that I can see in the future, 2 years from now at least, I want to do a WHOTFISWALKER headlining the Roseland,
Oof.
like headlining the Roseland.
Oof.
That's big.
Like I want to get
That's
1,000 heads there. That's not enough to
Oof.
sell it out, but I want to get 1,000. Like I'd love to sell it out, but I want to get
Yeah.
1,000 heads there.
That would be
Um,
awesome.
See, that's also why I fuck him because we ballsy, bro.
No, you have
We're not.
to think
We're
big.
we are shooting
You have
our
to
shit.
think big.
I'm not.
You
I'm not
have
doing
to
this for
think
nothing. If
big.
I didn't think we would be playing the Roseland in 2 years, I wouldn't be here, bro. Like
Yes,
that.
you have to think big.
I think in 5 years we'd be doing a
We're across the country.
5 years. I would say 5 years we are
We're
doing
touring the country.
a national tour easy. We're headlining a national tour. I would say maybe we're doing like a mini Europe, England tour.
I think Europe will.
I
fuck
love
with us,
that.
No lie,
I think
I love that.
I think we could do that pretty. 5 years from now, that
5 years, like
With
dead
the
ass, bro.
trajectory,
This
if
is
we
the
can hit our
career
2 year
path.
You could do
bro.
a lot of shit within a year.
If-
So if you think 5 of them,
I mean, that's what I'm saying, bro. People,
That's
that's,
so
real.
real.
As fuck. Cause people cause like
Yeah.
recently I've been talking to people and I've gotten a lot of perspective in the sense of that the timeline is fast for me,
yeah,
and I'm starting to like really appreciate that,
yeah,
but also like not be satisfied with it because
Yeah.
the timeline's fast. Cool. Guess what? The timeline's gonna continue to
Well,
be fast.
that's what we've been
And so
arguing
it's-
about.
Yeah,
how it's like-
constantly.
I'm
Yeah.
like Walker's like because we almost like switched roles and it's like
Yeah.
you used to be like I want to and I was like let it happen and now you're like bro just, we're on the path
I'm like,
Right.
we're
go.
getting like
And
it's
I'm like-
gonna happen.
and I'm
Yeah.
like no I want to do
X,
whatever-
Y, Z.
I need things to start happening
Yeah.
now and
and I'm like,
For
it's
sure.
gonna happen. And that's you gotta have that.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah, yeah.
switch,
But the
and we're
back
gonna
and forth.
switch
We're gonna
again.
switch again.
We
I'm-
switch back and forth. One of us is like, "Oh, shit's gonna happen, bro. Just chill the fuck out." And the other
Yeah.
one's like, "It has to happen right now."
Yeah,
and then we
yeah.
switch.
One of us gets on edge,
all
the
the
other one
time.
cools
Yeah.
down.
It switches all the time.
yeah. It's part of the game, bro.
But yeah, 5 years.
That's amazing.
5 years, dead ass. We will be headlining a national tour.
Amazing.
I think we will be playing in Portland in 5 years. Veterans Memorial Coliseum.
I think we could do the VMC in 5 years.
That's what I see.
Dude, that would be
I'm
amazing.
not. I'm
The
not.
sound in
Quake,
that building-
I'm not here.
Sucks.
I'm not here for bullshit, bro.
Not here to fuck around.
I'm not here to fuck around.
You're
I'm
here
not
to-
here. I'm not here to
business.
stay in the DIY
Stand on
scene, bro. I
business.
don't want to be in no DIY scene till in 5 years, bro.
Hey, man,
Hell no.
you have to have that. You really do.
I'm trying.
And that's
We're
amazing.
manifesting
the
it.
confidence. You have to have the
Yeah.
manifest. You have to have the confidence to manifest it and to just assume things are going to happen.
You have to.
I just assume things are going to happen and they happen.
Should be happening. Just like this podcast. Guess what? This
Hey
is
man,
a great podcast.
this is amazing. I got one more question for you.
Let's do this shit.
What's immediate next for you guys?
Fuck.
Do you have anything in the works right now? Any music? Any videos?
I just wrote a song last night.
Okay, no. Let's talk about the shit that we have finished. That's gonna come out first.
We got lost. Yeah, we.
We got Blitz with Bully Narco. If
Oh,
you know
nice,
Bully
yeah.
Narco.
That's
About
not
to
a
get
Bully?
a song out, Bully Narco. That's the next thing
We
we're
do gotta
dropping.
we gotta drop that.
That needs to come out. That's gonna
Yeah.
come out probably. I would say like 3 weeks from now. 4
Probably
weeks.
we gotta yeah.
It's gonna be coming soon. Bully Narco. I got a sick cover by Workwear Don. Shout out Workwear Don. I don't know if you follow Riley. I need to connect you with Riley. You would
Yeah,
probably fuck
that's-
with
yeah, I
Riley
don't
to be
know.
honest.
You'd fuck with the boy.
He's not like a full head over heels creative, but he does a lot of like graphic design work. Pretty
Nice.
cool.
Fire.
So covered by Workwear Don, fucking Blitz with Bully. We also have a song with my homie that I met in New Mexico. That I met through my girl. This dude named Max. Max.
Nice.
And we have a song that hopefully should be coming. Yeah, another like month or two.
Fire.
Well, we got one with the homie JM,
Who's James?
Mr. Mercer.
Oh,
I don't
John.
know if we can talk
fucking-
about it,
Yeah,
but
I'm
I don't
talking
give a fuck
about. I'm
about- I
talking.
don't
give a
I
fuck.
was
Shout out
just
John
talking
Mercer.
to him. I was just talking to him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna talk about that shit. John Mercer. We got a song with John Mercer.
Nice.
And possibly Wayne Gray. Shout out fucking Wayne Gray. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Hope-
shout out
tell
boy
Wayne,
Wayne
tell
Gray.
Wayne to
Fuck
get on
up.
that shit. But also, I talked to John, and John was like, "Yeah, it might be my bad because Wayne asked for the BPM and I never sent it." Like, come on, bro. Tell Wayne. Okay, we'll call Wayne. We'll get Wayne. Okay, whatever.
That's
We'll
so
figure it
funny.
out.
We'll get Mr.
Shout
Gray
out Wayne.
here.
Shout out Mr. Gray.
Yeah.
Mr. Gray.
But yeah, that song.
Nice.
So we got like multiple songs in the works right now, but we also like, and we have some shows. We're about to play Harley Davidson before this comes out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Harley Davidson will already have played,
Yep.
which is like just cool for the
Super
corporate
sick.
shit. Proud of it.
Super tight.
Hype about it. Then we're playing Alberta Street Pub on June 24th.
Nice.
So if you want to pop out for
that
that.
one's got free drinks.
That was gonna
You
have
said
free
June
drinks.
21st?
June
Yeah.
24th.
24th.
24th. This should probably be out before that.
Okay, so
Word.
June 24th, we're playing a show then.
Pretty sure there's gonna be free drinks.
Pretty sure there's gonna be free drinks.
Nice.
We're like 90% sure. And then on like the grand scheme of things, like I feel rebrand in like 4 months.
Rebrand.
Like not fully, but we gonna be dropping
Switch some
shit that's
shit up.
different. Like we've been working. We
Oh,
we
yeah,
want to
I've
work
seen-
on some like hardcore shit.
Nice.
I want
We
to get
got a bunch of
I
things
want to
we-
get like a hardcore EP out just cause fuck it. Why
Nice.
not?
Yeah, we
Hell
talked
That
yeah.
would be super fun.
Hell yeah.
And like we kind of
Yeah.
just want to play like the hardcore scene because the hardcore
Yeah.
scene in Portland, in my opinion, is the most lit.
Crazy, yeah.
So fun.
Very
we know
nice.
a lot of the bands. We're friends with a lot of the people. People that go to
Shout
some
out
of our
Slime.
shows. Shout out Slime. Shout out
Yeah.
Purity that doesn't really exist anymore.
Yeah.
Shout out all those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like that's a cool scene. And Father's Milk.
Yeah. Oh my God. Shout out. I'm
what's the
definitely
one-
having Father's Milk on the
New
on the
God?
pod.
Tough.
New God.
Yeah, formerly
goes
known as
crazy.
Wacko.
Yeah, New God
Yeah.
goes crazy. Who else am I thinking of? Anyways, the hardcore scene is very cool in Portland, and we go to shows and want to be a part of it, and we feel like we can make some fire ass hard. Like
Yeah.
I feel like we played at the homie Braden's birthday party. We played this
Yeah, we
fake
got-
ass hardcore song.
It's
It's
not
called-
shut the fuck. It's not fake.
It's called Corporate Machine. We're gonna make it into a new song, a real song. But pretty much it
Oh
just
my
started out
God.
like in practice. We would be jamming. They would be jamming. Like he would be down tuning, and he'd come into this key and just start jamming. And then our drummer would go, and I would just be like, "Corporate Machine."
It just be
and then
saying random
sick.
shit.
It just goes
it's
crazy.
Tough. It's
It
Like
goes
Death
crazy.
Block.
Yeah. So some hardcore shit, but also expect some fucking shit that might sound like folk. And also expect some shit
we
that
got-
might sound like the fucking Front Bottoms. Like, bro,
Nice.
Yeah.
expect
We
it.
gotta-
Like literally expect everything. Expect everything from us.
Hey man,
Come on.
hey man, love to see it. Expect
stopping.
everything.
Expect
Versatile.
Versatile.
Real.
Always.
Versatile.
Always.
Well, boys, this has been fantastic. We're an hour and 20 minutes in.
Whew.
Yeah, we talked.
First
about
episode of Mute All Noise.
I'm
great.
so thankful
This-
to be here for
yeah,
the
this
first
is
one.
amazing.
For real, I cannot thank
First
you.
one,
enough.
first episode. I hope you enjoyed. I sure did. I know there was a little bit of hiccups in between. I took a little pee break, and the memory card got full, but
Yes, you
it's all good. He spilled some stuff on him.
Spilled some beer on him.
Fuck.
Plug your socials and where people can find you.
I just fucking spilled beer on myself, and I'm a little embarrassed, but
That's
it's okay.
the app. I just
spilled
the beer on my-
I just spilled beer
No.
all over myself.
and I feel a little embarrassed.
At who TF is Walker on everything you can ever think of ever in your life. Look that shit up. Bow, 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 bow.
That's WHOTF
IS. WALKER.
WALKER.
And where can people find you,
You can
good sir?
find me at Mankato for now. MANKATO FORNOW.
Hey,
And-
thanks again, man.
Yeah, man.
Thanks
Oh,
for
of
having
course.
me,
Thank
This
you,
has been
man.
a blast.
I'm Quake, man.
That's Quake, man.
Man, you
What's
can
the
find me
Quake?
at Quake, man, on everything, man. This is Mute All Noise, Mute_all noise. Check out my other podcast, In Noise. Yeah, suck my balls.